to NatRev MD, the podcast all about medical billing. I am your host, Dr. Heather Signorelli. Join us as we break down the ins and outs of medical billing, discuss the latest trends, and also share insights to help your practice navigate healthcare finances. NatRev MD is a physician-owned, full-service medical billing and coding company. Check us out at natrevmd.com. That's natrevmd.com. Now on to the episode. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the top 5 things that you can control in your practice that can help impact your revenue. It's often easy to get distracted and focused on what we can't control, like insurance companies, and I want to change the narrative this week. And I am going to tell you the difference between a thriving practice and one that struggles can often be traced back to how well it manages certain key aspects. This episode is dedicated to empowering you with knowledge and strategies to take control of these elements, directly impacting your practice's revenue and operational efficiency. So this week, we are going to talk about those things that you can do in your practice this week to help you increase your revenue. Number 1 is all about timely charting and coding. As we all know, charting and coding accurately and promptly is crucial for maintaining a healthy revenue cycle. Let's explore how technology and strategic planning can transform this aspect of your practice. Number 1, this is all about signing out your charts and coding them timely. And I absolutely understand the issue around having time to do your charts, but there are many things you can do to help increase efficiency with charting and some great programs out there to help support you. One of them is using a scribe or even an AI scribes to help you get your charts signed out. The introduction of AI scribes has revolutionized documentation by allowing healthcare providers to focus more on patient care rather than paperwork. There are also EMR softwares that do a pretty good job of helping you code your charts as you see patients. Either way, identify a reasonable time to sign out charts and help keep your entire office on track. Ideally, this is 24 to 48 hours after seeing a patient, but at most 5 to 7 business days. Remember, timely filling is a real and avoidable issue that can cause denials and non-payment. So if you aren't signing out your charts and coding them timely, then you could be seeing patients for free. Please do not allow you or your office to get into this habit. So, to summarize, set realistic goals. All right, number 2, navigating payer contracts. Understanding and negotiating your payer contracts can lead to better reimbursement rates and terms. I think one of the most common things I hear is that practices do not have copies of their contracts, knowledge of their payer fees, or when they can start renegotiating your contracts. If that is you, no problem. This is easy to solve. Please remember that you can easily get fee schedules from Availity or call payers to get copies of your contracts. It may take some persistence, but it is absolutely possible. Staying vigilant with your contracts and renegotiating them periodically can lead to incremental revenue increases. This is such an important part of your practice. If you stay on top of renegotiation and don't just take whatever they give you or let them decrease fees without you knowing, this can help revenue. It's important to partner with the right team to help you learn how to approach negotiations with confidence, using data and performance indicators to strengthen your position. This includes tips on how to communicate your practice's value and negotiate terms that reflect the quality of care you provide. Even a 1-2% increase can mean a lot for your practice. Number 3, another thing that I think we easily overlook, including myself, is our expenses. And this is something that is very much in our control. What are we spending our money on every month is important to monitor and trend. Controlling expenses is just as important as increasing revenue. This part of the episode will cover practical steps for auditing your practice's expenses and identifying areas where you can reduce costs without compromising quality. It's important to do a regular and comprehensive expense audit. This includes examining every expense line by line, which can help practices uncover hidden opportunities for savings, from renegotiating vendor contracts to cutting unnecessary services or subscriptions. Look for recurring costs that can be reduced or eliminated, or talk to vendors to see if you can decrease costs. Examples include phone, internet, or other service providers at the building that may have increased costs after an annual renewal, and you may be able to decrease by just picking up the phone. We all know cable companies love to increase rates when your contract is up. Another thing to look at is if there are subscriptions or services you're paying for but barely using. Could you switch to bulk purchasing for supplies or join a purchasing group? Spend some time with your bookkeeper or accountant and look at expenses for the last 12 months to get a jump start on this review. Number 4, now I talk about this all the time, but it is so crazy to me how many people aren't looking at their metrics. And I know a lot of this comes from no having the right billing team. However, key performance indicators, or also known as KPIs, are essential for tracking the financial and operational health of your practice. From accounts receivable to denial rates and patient satisfaction scores, understanding which metrics matter most can help practices focus their improvement efforts where they will have the most impact. We frequently take on practices with 7+ figures of accounts receivable that have been growing for years without a plan of action to not only get the practice those dollars, but also solve the root issue that is causing the accounts receivable in the first place. In practice, there should be key KPIs that you can review every month that help make sure your financial outlook is going well. From a billing perspective, this can start with monitoring accounts receivable, denials, and accounts receivable over 90 days. Simple things such as tracking these numbers can alert you to a problem before it's too late. These are the metrics that we track for all of our practices and even have dashboards so I can monitor these for every group. The billing process is manual, and there is always room for improvement, but making sure you and your billing team have a regular eye on these metrics is a key to success. Last but not least is number 5, team culture. I feel like folks in business don't talk about this enough. We overlook the importance of team culture in an office or any workplace for that matter. Happy, engaged employees are more productive, provide better patient care, and contribute to a more profitable practice. From regular team meetings to transparent communication and setting collective goals, learn how to foster a supportive and collaborative workplace. We all know, remember, people don't just leave jobs, they leave the people they work with and work for. If you have individuals in the office that are full of drama, bring the team down and cause trouble. It may be time to evaluate if you can have them move on to the next job and no longer work for you. This could even be an office manager who is so controlling or difficult to work with that no one wants to be around that person. It's also important to have clear communication, expectations, and ways for them to be successful. Some important things are regular team meetings, one-on-one meetings with your key leadership staff, and also setting group goals that align with the direction the company is going. Don't overlook these really important things to help your practice succeed. Today's discussion has equipped you with a blueprint for taking control of your practice's financial and operational health. By focusing on these 5 key areas, you're not just improving your bottom line, you're enhancing patient care, employee satisfaction, and the overall success of your practice. Remember, the path to improvement is ongoing and requires dedication, adaptability, and a willingness to embrace change. At NatRevMD, we're here to support you every step of the way. If you are looking for a new billing team, or if your AR is climbing and you are ready to take control, visit our website for more information or testimonials, and don't hesitate to reach out for a personalized practice analysis. Thank you for joining us on the NatRevMD podcast. I'm Dr. Heather Signorelli, and I will talk with you next week.